All right then. So in this section now we are going to discuss about the concept called inheritance. So before that, let me clean up these codes. All right. So here, let me open this multi-line comment and we are going to discuss about the concept called inheritance, right? So inheritance is the fundamental concept of object-oriented programming that allows a new class, which is a derived or a child class, to inherit the attributes and the behaviors from an existing class, which is base or parent class. So the derived class can then extend or specialize the functionalities of the base class. So inheritance promotes the code reuse, modularity, and the creation of the hierarchy of the classes. All right. So let me explain it much more briefer. Okay. So basically, the inheritance concepts allows a new class which is derived or the child class. You can call it whatever you as you wish. So it allows a new class to inherit attributes and the behaviors, which is nothing but their member functions and the member variables from an existing class, which is nothing but your base or parent class. All right. So that's the this is supposed to be closed here. All right. Okay. So this is the first important point. So the derived class, which means the new class, will always extends the functionality of the base class. So the derived class, so why we need this? So the derived class can extend the function of the we can say not the extends the function we can say it as extend or specialize the functionalities of the base class. That will be the more appropriate functionality of the base class. All right. So let's talk about the most important key terminologies over here. So base class, which is the parent class, right? So all right. So here, so the parent class, the class whose members are inherited. So parent is nothing but that's the base class. So like here, the first important key terminology is our base class. So base class, we used to say that is our parent class, right? So the base class is the class whose members are inherited. This is the class whose members are inherited, which means they are going to be joined with this is the class which is going to share those member functions to another. So it serves as the foundation for the derived class. This will serve as the foundation for the derived classes, for all the child classes, right? Then the second key terminology which I'm talking about, that's the child class, which is our derived class. Okay. So this is the class that inherits from the other class. This is the class which inherits from another class. Okay. It can add new member or override the existing one. It can add a new member or override the existing one. All right. So this is the key terminologies things, and the next important thing, that's the types. What are the different types that we do have? So first one, single inheritance, and the second one, multiple, and the third one, multi-level. So these are the three main important inheritance concepts that we do have. So basically single inheritance, that we can, from the name itself, we can understand then that only one base class. So a derived class inherits from only one base class. Derived class inherits from only one base class. And multiple inheritance, a derived class inherits from multiple base classes, from multiple base classes. Okay, and multi-level is nothing but a derived class serves as the base class for another class. So multi-level is nothing but it's like a chain link. It will derive, it will a child class serves as a base class for another child class. A derived class serves as a base class for another derived class. Okay, so that's the like for instance we can say, so here A to B, that's a single inheritance, and multiple, it's nothing but it's having multiple derived classes. So A and B both are base classes, and it's going to be D. So from multiple base classes to a derived class called D. And here, so A to B and B to C, like chain link, right? That's the multi-level. All right, so let's have a real example now. So we all know that a vehicle have a brand and year. So it can be a car, or it can be a bike, or it can be a bicycle, whatever it is, but vehicle, which means a common, right? So we can keep the vehicle as a base class. The brand and the year can be a base. When it's come as a car, it's going to display the car brand and the car years. When it comes to car, we have four wheels, right? So it's a unique property for the car. But when it comes to bicycle, it's going to be brand and year, which is going to be common, which we are going to access from the vehicle, but it's having only two wheels over there. So that's the unique property for that specific vehicle, right? So just like the same way, let's try to achieve this example with the inheritance concept, right? So here hash include IO stream and hash include string open it. So this is a base class. So base class vehicle. Okay, so class vehicle. So let's keep it this as a big one. Vehicle, open it. So here I'm gonna keep these member functions and everything as a protected one. So protected colon, and here okay, instead of using the std, let's use using namespace std semicolon, so that we can define the variables over here. String brand, that is going to be the brand, and int year, the manufacturing year, right? So inside here I'm going to bring the public. So this public, it's going to have a constructor, which is going to be the vehicle, and open this, and it's going to have a parameterized constructor as the brand and the int as the year, right? Then we need to supply those to our respective member functions, member variables. Brand is going to be the B, which I'm passing it, and the year is going to have this year, which I'm passing it. Then whatever the stuff which you want to do, you can keep it doing inside this. Okay, so then I'm gonna keep display info function, which is going to display the informations. Open it. So this function is going to say cout. All right. Okay, so here, so first we need to display the brand information, so which we have in our the variable called brand, right? So here let's display the brand colon space brand, and let's get the brand information from there. And right after here we need to display slash in the year, the manufactured year of that specific vehicle, whatever it is, year, right? So after that I need to end this line, semicolon. All right, so this is all about the displaying info. So now let's get the derived class 1. So we are going to get the derived class 1, which is going to be the class car, and it's going to derive the class from this public vehicle, right? This car is going to have a private member, which is going to be int number of wheels, right? It's going to have a number of wheels, semicolon, right? So, and I'm going to have up this public method, and inside this public specifier, I'm going to have the car, and this car is going to take the parameterized constructor. So string brand, which is going to be for your vehicle, and int the year, that is also going from your vehicle, and int wheels, that is the own method of own member of your car. So colon, so we need to extend the vehicle, open it, then we need to supply that brand and the year to that vehicle, right? So supply the brand and year to that, then supply the number of wheels. So number of wheels is going to be your wheels. All right, this is how you need to supply the information from one class to another if you're having multiple constructors, right? So now inside this, I'm not going to do anything, so I'm just going to leave it as empty. And here I'm going to have one more method called void display car info. Open it, and here I'm just going to call the display info, which is basically coming from our parent class, so which is going to display that. Then, and so this is the place where we're accessing the base class display info. Now here I'm going to use the cout. Okay, so here number of wheels, it's going to be the number of wheels, then number of wheels, then end the line. All right, so just like the same way, we are going to have one more derived class. So I'm just going to finish this class over here, and I'm going to copy this, paste it. This is derived class 2, and this is going to be for the bike vehicle number of wheels, and this is going to be for the bike and vehicle number of wheels and everything, number of wheels in bike and number of wheels in car, so we can understand the difference. All right, so now we finished all the derived classes, so let's jump into the main function. Int main, open it. So this is the place where we are going to create the object for our first derived class, my car. Open it. So I love BMW, so let's use the BMW, and the year is going to 2024, and the number of wheels is going to be, of course, we know that 4 wheels. Then, and the bike, so bike, my bike, so I'm using TVS G, then 2023 model, and number of wheels, right? So we are going to use number of wheels, which is going to be 2 wheels, two wheels, semicolon, right? So let's go here, and let's increase one more member over here. This is going to be string type, what type of bike it is. So for this, I need to send string type T, that's going to be type, and then after here, yes, type, which is going to be the type P. All right, so okay, so we added the type of the bike, and we are passing it with along with the bike constructor, and we have to assign it over here. So let's keep it as type of bike, so that would be the more appropriate type of bike. All right, so now I need to send the string TVS brand and the year and the wheels, then I need to send the type. So here type is equals to sport. All right, and in between here I'm gonna say number of wheels in the bike and the type of the bike is colon. Here type of bike. Save this changes, and now accessing the member functions to get the car information. So first let's get the car information. Cout car information, and at the end the line. So here I need to get the my car dot display info semicolon, and let's copy this. Okay, display info. All right, so here my bike display, that is also car info. How come? Oops, I forgot to change the name. Bike info, and this is supposed to be the bike information. Save these changes, and at last return 0 semicolon. Save these changes. Let's run it. Build it successfully. Car informations BMW 2024, number of wheels in the car 4, and bike informations brand TVS Apache, year 2024, number of wheels in the bike 2, and the type of the bike is sport. Look at that. So now we reuse the same code over here, this one over here, by having two different derived classes with different functionalities. Right? This is the basic ideology of the inheritance. Right? This is how they use the inheritance concepts in the real-time example, just like the way what we did right now. Okay. So now let's move on to the next concept.